hope you're doing well today. I wonder for you, how much has the last few months without gathering as a church really affected you? It might be that you've desperately missed people. You might feel you've appreciated having a bit more free time. You may actually feel that life has been that little bit more empty without corporate worship. We're probably going to have a mixture of different feelings, each of us. But it might also provoke the question in you, quite an important question: why do we meet together as church? You might say, well, what I've found in recent months is I can pray at home, I can download a sermon from anywhere in the world, I can sing along to a worship song that I've downloaded, produced by very cool people with amazing production facilities. Why do I need to go and be in a building with other people? In the Bible, Hebrews chapter 10 touches on this, and it says this: let us hold unswervingly to the hope we profess, for he who promised is faithful. And let us consider how we may spur one another on toward love and good deeds, not giving up meeting together, as some are in the habit of doing, but encouraging one another, and all the more as you see the day approaching. So just a few thoughts about that. And I think it's interesting, even in the first century, some Christians weren't in the habit of meeting together, which suggests it's not a new thing, it's not a lockdown idea. Christians have always asked the question, or they've practically made the decision: why do we meet together? Why bother? Why do I need to do this? And when this text says about not meeting together, it sounds negative, but it's in the context of a positive. The paragraph is a big encouragement to say, stick with Jesus. Stick with Jesus because God is faithful. God doesn't give up meeting with us. But it also tells us why we do it. Why do we meet together as a church in terms of the effect on who we are? And we see that there's a few little pointers in this paragraph. It's spurring us on to love, it's spurring us on to good deeds, and it's encouraging one another. Now, in lockdown, we've been limited in being able to meet together, and of course, that's not our fault, that's just the circumstances. But if you're feeling spiritually dry, a bit bereft in terms of your spiritual life, like you could do with some encouragement, there's a big reason. That's why we meet together normally, because it brings about those things, it causes those things. But this also has a little clause at the end. We're supposed to keep meeting together all the more as we see the day approaching. And the day means the end of the world. It's when God calls time and judges all things. We don't just meet together because it's nice and it makes us feel better. We meet together because the stakes are high and we're preparing ourselves for an eternity with God and his people. And because of that, we need other people. We need to do the Christian life with other people. And in the same way, other people need us too. We might not feel like it, other people need us too. We're supposed to both give and get. And the whole lockdown thing, it seems like it's easing, but it's probably going to be very up and down. But within that, in terms of what's legal and what's safe, let's keep trying to get together. Let's meet in gardens and go for walks and meet down the beach, or have a family come into our home if that works. Let's do all of it. But more than that, let's not only meet socially, let's meet spiritually. Let's talk about where we are personally with God. Let's talk about our struggles, what's annoying us, what our hopes for the future are, what our sins are. Let's not be dragged into the mire of superficiality because it's convenient and easy. Let's meet together to spur on love and good deeds and find encouragement because the day is always approaching.